Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about semen retention aura, what you need to know. When you go on semen retention, your aura will elevate. You will be a higher, more focused version of yourself. The number one thing you can relate to semen retention is focused. I have people tell me, "Oh, Derek, it seems like you're just so much more focused." Focus is the hidden driver of excellence. The reason why you start to become more focused on semen retention is because since you're no longer giving into lust, your energy has to go somewhere, and that energy rises up through your body, and now it gives you more of a focused intention in how to create a better life for yourself. This is the difference. The difference if your semen retention is not being used for lust, if you're not ejaculating very often, that extra energy that you have saved has to go somewhere, and usually it transmutes to creating beautiful, just good habits, and just dominating your life. This is the only place that it can go to. You can either be focused on lust, or you can be focused on creating a better life for yourself. And also, when you go on retention, you're no longer that needy when it comes to lust. You're no longer needy when it comes to a woman attraction. You're not needy for a woman's lust, and this is a very powerful place to be because 99% of men are dependent on a woman and their lust. This is what they're dependent on. But if you're not focused on that, you have quote unquote elevated yourself. Now the thoughts that you're entering your head are more have to do with the betterment of mankind, more things that give you more purpose, your highest version, your more spiritual version, the best version of yourself. And this holds a lot of weight because like 95%, 99% of men are focused on the lust when it comes to women. You have to, and this is emasculating men. Anytime that you're focused on lust, you're emasculating yourself because now it means that you're dependent on her to give you something. And if you need her, you will never really have her. You have to be indifferent whether she's attracted to you or not, whether you're getting something from her or not. You have to be super indifferent. This is the only way that you can transcend your dating, your relationship. You also have to start filtering out women that you have more of a genuine connection for. If you're only trying to be with a woman just because she's you're just only interested in like sleeping with her, this is not going to go far. It's not going to be a fruitful relationship. You have to start being attractive. You have to start being attracted to women. Start filtering out women that you're genuine attracted to, women that you may find physically attractive, but you also have a connection with them in other areas of your life. And usually, at least for me, once you find the woman physically attractive, then you can actually start seeing the other things that she has that you may be attracted to. But if you're not really sold on her physically at first, then you're probably not. You maybe just want to do a quick hookup. That's it. But you're not really going to be with her for physical, like for a real, like genuine connection. You just want to do something super quickly. This is what you have to look out for. So if you want more fruitful, longer lasting relationships, then you have to go out after women that you see more of a genuine connection with, that you find more physically attractive, that you don't just want to use her for lust, but you want to actually have a genuine, fruitful connection with. This is what you have to filter yourself out. So that means usually a lot of women are going to be crossed out. They're going to be crossed out because you're not interested in some of the things that they may have to offer. And this is actually a good thing. The more women that you can cross off your list, the better it is for you, because then that also means that you're not needy as well. You're not desperate. You actually have standards. And 95% of men have no standards. They will sleep with anything. Dudes have not been laid in months, and they will sleep with anything that they can get. This, you cannot be like this. You have to use semen retention as something that is actually working good for you. That has to be somewhat good for you. Content creators think that just because you haven't ejaculated in a minute, they deem it as a bad thing, and this is not the case. It actually isn't the case, because now you're transmuting your sexual energy into other benefits of your life. You're transmuting that energy into productivity. You're transmuting into physical gains, into trying to become more intelligent, trying to become richer, just doing things that you can do to benefit your life. Sexual transmutation is a big component. If this was such a terrible practice that some people make it out to be, then why would it be talked about in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich? You have to realize that your aura starts to be different. Your consciousness, the way that you think about life, starts to be different, because this extra energy that you've made, that you have, is being used in other areas. But the low conscious and the low quote-unquote vibrational dude who's focused on lust, he's just going to think one way. He's only going to have a very narrow way of thinking. He's not going to be open-minded. He's not going to be that critically smart. He's not going to be that smart. You have to realize that once you go on retention, your mind is finally opening up. People do vices like weed, psychedelics, to quote-unquote open their mind, but what they fail to realize that if you meditate and you hit the gym consistently and you're on retention, your mind is starting to open. I have people tell me, sometimes I do post quotes that I make up on Instagram. They tell me, it seems like, he's like, well, is this man high? And this is not the case, because I don't even do any of those, like the smoking. I don't. So these are the thoughts that have come up in my conscience based off my open mind thinking, based off past habits, based off habits like meditation, retention, and physically putting in inspirational things in my mind. Now I have a quote-unquote better way of thinking. I have a more quote-unquote enlightened way of thinking, more wise way of thinking. And this is a very beneficial thing. This could be pretty beneficial. So the bottom line is, your aura energy will change. You yourself will be a different human being on semen retention, and you're going to be focused more on bettering your life. And this is when you attract everything, because a man who needs nothing attracts everything. The guys are too needy. They're too needy. They're not busy enough. They're too focused on things that aren't for the betterment of their lives. They're too dependent on whether she says yes or no. They're not the catch. They don't have anything to offer her. They're just trying to quote unquote get lucky. But once you retain, your priorities shift. You start realizing that, hey, you need to do some things, better things to have a quote unquote better life. And once you do this, at least you're making your life more about you. Eventually, put in the right circumstance, there will be someone who is attracted to this version of you. And this is how you can quote unquote attract woman attraction. But like I said, semen retention is not about woman attraction. It's about increasing your life. And eventually the feminine, the divine feminine, the polarity of feminine energy will enter your life, because you're becoming a more rounded, more masculine version. With that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.